Hi, everybody. All right, so I want to bring this story. It's a continuation on my one yesterday that I saw on Fox 2. This one gives a little bit better details. It says that I believe his name's Coastal is pushing for another candidate to come into the ring. The name of the man is David French, and this will be the guy that basically wins Congress's presidential nomination after they thin out the popular vote and the delegates so thin that the regular party members running for office cannot get elected. I superimposed it with his photo with I forget the name of the actor from Gladiators, Caesar. America's First Caesar is going to be David French. This is a big deal because what they're basically going to do is rig the election to where none of the parties can make it. And basically, from that point of view, they basically get to go to Congress, and Congress is going to go, you know what? This candidate's under investigation, that candidate's under investigation, this candidate's not safe, we don't know enough about this one, do you have anyone else? And they'll say, yes, yes, we do. Who do you have? Like, well, he's an Iraqi war vet, a constitutional attorney. He writes for the National Review. We have David French, who's willing to pick up the, you know, and go, you know, and then basically both groups of Congress are going to go yay, nay, and that guy's going to get elected. Now, there's a lot of different stories too. Obama's going to run for a third term. He has several congressional people working on a bill right now to allow that to go through. He's already campaigning. We already know that, at least campaigning. And so that's a big deal. The source I have goes into the general information. It does not go into how they're going to do it through Congress. But we all see the buildup. This is nothing that's going to be out of the ordinary to see. So basically, what I wanted to is I want to talk a little bit about this guy because I think that this is going to be done under a National Emergency Act. FEMA's going to probably be involved. Something big is going to happen. They're going to rig something to do something, blame it on a bunch of people. Congress is going to be called to emergency session. Basically, Obama's going to be going off somewhere. Hillary's going to be going off somewhere. Trump's going to be going off somewhere. Congress is going to be in session, say, okay, Emergency Powers Act. We need a president, guys. Who do we have? And they're going to wait until after Obama's term ends to do this. That way they don't have to go through the Constitutional Convention or not Constitutional Convention, the regular cycle of people who would be eligible for presidency in an emergency situation. I forget what it's called. I apologize. You'll write it below. I know you will, and thank you very much for that. But this guy basically brought in under a National Emergency Act / new presidency, and he'll be looked at as the shining armor, guy who's an ex-Iraqi war vet. He's a constitutional attorney, he'll basically be somebody's bread and butter puppet so that they can run their national agenda to do all the things that they've been wanting to do that they couldn't do with Obama or anybody else for that matter. And this is a big deal, folks, because, folks, something's going to happen. They're going to try something. They're too much in debt. They don't want Trump. Most don't want Hillary. And they're afraid it's all coming down. And they want to say, you know what? You. And they want to call for their own guy in office who didn't even run. I mean, if they were to get McCain or somebody else to do this, I would be almost happy with it. But they're getting a no-name brand person. And this guy looks like a status plus puppet already. I mean, attorney, constitutional attorney, uh, Rocky war vet, which is a good thing, constitutional attorney, which is a good thing. But the way that they're going to basically do this, folks, seems like it's going to be done under an Emergency Powers Act, where basically they need somebody with war experience to handle a conflict, to, do whatever and under a national emergency situation. And this guy seems to be the numero uno guy in line. So we're going to wait and see. But America's First Caesar, David French, they did do this in 1850 something, I think 1854. It's my understanding when that was done, Congress elected the president because there was only one person around. Everybody else was scattered in the country, and it would have been months for them to get back or something like that. So they came to emergency session or something like that. They elected the guy that was in the area, and that was that. He was the person. I don't remember any major details, but that was that. This time around, basically, they're going to elect their puppet. They're going to push all the agendas and all the things forward. Now, this guy is definitely not going to be an anti-banker. He's not going to be an anti-this. He's not going to be an anti-that. He's going to be a pro-status under an Emergency Powers Act to act almost unilaterally. But we all know that since he's new to the game, everything he does is basically going to be shadowed. And basically, he's going to be used as a puppet. So somebody asked me if this was the guy that, creates the 5 regions in the United States where the different states have regional authority to act against federal authority. I don't know. I doubt it. Somebody said, is this the guy that's going to, basically bring the states together for the convention? I said, I don't know. But all of that's still on the table. But from what I understand, this is going to be done under a National Emergency Powers Act, martial law type thing. Something big is going to happen. All the candidates are going to basically be scattered. No doubt they're going to try to shoot Trump or fake something. I doubt they're going to shoot him because him and Hillary were quite tight before. Anyways, so this is all real. This is all really going to happen, or at least this is all on the agenda to happen. We all know how that ends up, Oh, Trump's gonna or Obama's gonna run for a 3rd term. Well, yeah, he's talking about it. He's got people that are gonna run the idea. But I'll list the source. You guys can go through it, and this goes along with what I was telling you about the other day when I was talking about my Fox 2 story that I found, where it was mentioning this, basically allowing Congress to make up the final decision on the candidates, spreading it so thin so that none of the candidates for office can run and can make it to the presidency, and then electing their own person, which didn't even run. America's First Caesar, David French. Thank you.